today's project was the 98. Getting close, got the engine in the car. Started mocking some things up. Got a radiator from Summit Racing. Headers are just kind of laying in place right now, but they'll come together. But this is the engine that we tore apart. I don't know if you can see that on the block. The head was even worse. That was a blown head gasket. It actually melted all the way through. Still have a lot to do on it. Haven't put the distributor in yet. The radiator's just mocked up. Got to come up with a way to mount the lower end. Got that from Summit to mount the top. I don't know how much I went over on this engine build. I don't think I recorded much of it, but it's 400 block, 350 crank and rods, Summit pistons, 377 Pro Max heads. Pretty basic build, but it's got a big cam and whatnot. 700 CFM carburetor. Should do pretty well for this 9.8. Probably a bit of an overkill for a lowrider, but yeah, it'll sound really good. So we just got to get it running, and it's going to go to a buddy of mine's shop to have an exhaust and everything put on it. We'll go from there. All right, a new day. Haven't gotten much time to work on it today, but we did well, Ben over here just set the distributor. Still got to put headers, spark plugs, carburetor, and once we get the engine running, then we can worry about deleting things like cruise control.
Don't need that junk.
Yeah, Oldsmobile wiring harness. Convert everything over to Chevy, and go from there. So once we get everything converted over to Chevy, get it fired, then we'll worry about the belt drive and all of that. So until then, got side jobs going on, converter, garage jobs going on with new electricity. So see how she comes along. Been real busy with work lately, but finally got a couple hours to work on the 98. So me and Eve been putting it in tonight, getting the wiring situated, converting it from an Oldsmobile over to Chevrolet. Get this header off, mainly just to make a little bit of room for the starter so we can get it wired up. Got most of it all figured out, but converting it over is just taking it all apart, finding out what we need and cutting out what we don't. So do still have to make the mounts for the radiator. That'll probably be in tomorrow's project, but I do want to fire the engine up first. But you got the carburetor put back on. Got a stack of wires that we cut out already. You can call that a stack. So have every intention of having it fired up this weekend, so here's to it. All right, got Ben over here gapping plugs. Almost done. Wiring is done as far as the engine can go, aside from sensors. Starter's wired, distributor's wired. The fuel is primed. We have to prime oil. I have a manual gauge set up, and that's the next bet, and hopefully get this thing fired tonight.
You hear it hitting the fucking flywheel.
Nah, it's junk.
Well, you're hearing that fucking solenoid magnet. It just ain't kicking out. There is a way. Yeah, I'm gonna try.
There's some things that I'm glad I don't have to do. Alright. New starter. Try this again. Alright, got a little bit of oil pressure. The manual gauge, we'll try it. So we hooked the distributor in. It hasn't started yet, but it's primed up, so go ahead and try it, Ben. One more time. Let me adjust the timing.
Shooting out the carburetor.
Try it.
Timing's way off.
Alright, we'll check the timing. Alright, after an issue with the balancer, we got the distributor reset. And Ben swears it's dead on this time, so. What do you think, Ben? Is it gonna start up?
Find out.
Is it gonna fire? Only one way to find out. Hold on.
Back off a little.
It's countered. Alright, hold on. Give it a little bit more. Try it. Alright, try it again. Alright, checking oil pressure.
Oh, dude, Dad was pissed. Like, that's a fucking family heirloom, dude. Fucking ruined it.
I think once you tighten those, that bitch going nowhere.
That's okay. That's what I used to do. Nah, man, you get two. Two's perfect. No lie.
Another night on the 9.8. Got most of everything important done. Belts are on, radiator hoses, fuel, everything fires up accordingly. I gotta put a timing light on it still, but that can wait. Still gotta do something with that cruise control. Since I did move the battery over here, I gotta rerun the amp wire. Old engine harness, I gotta cut this out. I gotta look up what a lot of that is, because I don't even know, but I've made a list of everything, but slowly start chipping away at that. Just gotta clean up my tools so I can think straight, and should be ready to roll soon. Another cold day in Cleveland, and back on the 9.8. So the power booster that we put on, it's off of a Caprice. Well, we bought it for a Caprice, same body but minor differences, and one of the ones that we found out is the master cylinder, so we're changing that. But wheel wells are cleaned up, all the wiring is cleaned up. Not going to cut the air conditioning completely out of the car, because if we can find a serpentine setup that will accommodate the air conditioning, I would like to hook that back up. But master cylinder's almost off. gonna take that up and get a Caprice one, and hopefully the lines are the same. If not, we'll have to change those. But power steering's hooked up. Hoses are on. Still gotta wire the fans. But the list on the wall has gotten a little longer, but we'll work with it. About to do the transmission lines and try to figure out some kind of a container for the overflow and the wiper sprayer bottle. So one thing at a time. All right, we pressure tested everything. Started filling the water, so should be good for now. Bumped it up to about 14 pounds. Everything seemed to be pretty good. No leaks. Sensors are all in. So it's kind of late right now. Might not fire it up, but can try to bleed it the best we can. See what happens. All right. Coolant's topped off of where it's going to be the engine off. Ground cable's kind of rigged up for now. I had to go ahead and put the transmission cooler lines on, which I made myself to paint them up and everything. I'm gonna have to kind of fine tune them a little bit. But if you want to do the honors, Z, go ahead. So far so good. I think we need to adjust the transmission linkage and maybe drill a hole in the thermostat, so that's up next. Getting close. Working on the last couple of things now. Have to run to Summit Racing for a couple of things, but I'm only about 40 minutes away from there, so right now I'm working on fan wiring. Got the plugs for the fans down there. Pretty simple relay setup with a coolant temperature switch in the block. I'm gonna try to run everything in front of the radiator, keep it all hidden. So that's right now's project until we go to Summit to get the last couple of things. All right, so pretty well finished the harness up. Kind of laid it into the core support and pulled it back out, but got power, ground, relay plugs, signals, fans, second relay. It's kind of a mess in here right now, but it's all gonna lay neatly into the front of the core support with the relays mounted. So we'll run to Summit, and then we'll put this harness in and go from there. Sometimes I definitely take advantage of having a Summit so close, but also at the same time I really get tired of driving down here all the time. Time to go waste some more money. Alright, back from Summit. We installed most of everything already, but we do have some cherry bombs. It's going to go to the exhaust shop tomorrow. Pretty much ready to go. Couldn't really find anywhere that I liked to put the coolant overflow. We bought these from Summit Racing, the washer bottle, but just gonna have to work for now. Still some things that's got to be moved, but the car has to be at the exhaust shop at 8 o'clock in the morning, so it is what it is for now. So far so good. It's like 10 o'clock at night right now, so my neighbors didn't hate me before, they're going to now, so nothing new around here. And I gotta get some microfibers because can't even wipe anything off with a clean rag. So, alright, till the morning. Another cold ass day. But getting the hood aligned. Last couple of things buttoned up, and we'll take it for a ride. See how it works. See what happens. I forgot to take the camera with me, but took it around the block, warmed it up. Sounds really nice for open headers. Do have some glass packs, but got to top off the transmission fluid, put a little bit of runtime on it, change the oil again. But so far so good. Definitely need to do an alignment on it too. The toe angle's really far in, but it is what it is. So off to the exhaust shop. Got the garage cleaned up for the most part, except for my toolbox and the bench. But 9.8 is at the exhaust shop. Old engine block is pretty much scrap. All the wiring, just holding on to it just in case for now. But till then, my daily driver, I'm gonna gut it down and get it stripped down to get it painted. So that's the next project. Till next time.